All right, what's in front of us here?
We have ground elk. It's by Portion Nature. We carry the ground elk, ground bison, ground venison.
So with your other game meats that you guys offer, did you ever have cuts of meat?
We can carry that. I have carried a fresh bison in steaks and roast that comes in fresh, stays fresh.
You can cook with ground meats for a number of things, but today we're keeping it simple.
Cook some up today for some tacos.
For some tacos. Well, I'll hop into it while I grill you with a few more questions, so to speak. So talk about this elk and where it's from.
Portion Nature is based out of Austin, Texas. It's all grass-fed.
Okay. If you could describe a flavor of elk, because if you look at it, it kind of looks like ground beef. But for folks who haven't had elk, what's it taste like?
It is very similar. I do enjoy ground elk for tacos, meatloafs, everything. I think it's got a great flavor to it. It's a fairly mild meat, similar to beef. A little bit more flavor to it.
The grass-fed elk and venison products are made with 3% grass-fed beef to satisfy federal requirements.
On the farm, it's regenerative, they call it. It's just a cycle. They don't do any tilling, anything. It's just a naturally grass-fed, farmed elk, venison, and bison.
As summer grilling and outdoor cooking season approaches, you might like to try other types of game meat.
We also do have the ability and the availability to get some of the other more exotic meats, alligator meat, duck, quail, pheasant, stuff like that. So it is something with some notice that we have the availability to bring in.
Okay, so it's worth coming in here and at least asking if it's something that could be available in the future.
Absolutely. Also, anything that's available at Newport Avenue Market in Bend can be brought over here on our catering vehicle.
And so do you guys have this on the shelf year-round, or?
We do.
Okay.
I keep it frozen. Comes in frozen in those bricks. I also keep it out here fresh, a few at a time. But in the freezer section, we have a little bit more selection on those more exotic meats.
Okay. And, why opt for, this is fabulous in the taco, by the way, and it sounds like it was just as easy as packaging a ground beef or ground turkey or something. Why opt for elk instead of just sticking to ground beef?
It is healthy. It's a lean meat, so it is a fairly lean, like I said, on that sense.
Sure. Do you find some folks come in and they are searching for kind of the more exotic type meats?
Yeah, occasionally, and then also, like I said, the ground venison, the ground elk, I use it, and it can be used in just everyday recipes. Tacos, meatloaf, spaghetti, whatever, and I do enjoy it in that sense as well.
You can find grass-fed elk, venison, bison, and other game meats at Oliver Lemons in Terrebonne. For another edition of Taste This, I'm Emily Kirk.